2004, Cassini approached Saturn and crossed a border you can't see. No line in space, no signpost. Just a moment where the environment changed, and the instruments knew before our eyes did. Cassini started listening, and it caught something that didn't feel like empty space. When that signal gets translated into sound, Saturn stops feeling silent. If you like stories like this, subscribe to Voidscape. We chase the moments space stops feeling distant. Before we do anything else, we need one clean rule. Space is a vacuum. Sound doesn't travel through empty space the way it travels through air. So Saturn isn't making noise like thunder makes noise. Cassini recorded radio, electromagnetic waves, and those frequencies can be mapped down into a range we can hear. That mapping is a translation, but it's not a story we made up. It's a real environment, revealed in a form our bodies understand. And here's why it hits harder than a photo. Our brains treat sound like proximity. If we can hear something, it feels close. Saturn is not close. But the audio makes it feel like Saturn is in the room. Like the planet is breathing through static. So what are we actually hearing? We're hearing Saturn's invisible weather. Not clouds, not rain. Charged particles moving through a magnetic system you can't see. A boundary in space being pushed by the sun. Picture Saturn wrapped in an invisible bubble. That bubble is shaped by Saturn's magnetic field. Now picture the sun constantly throwing a stream of charged particles outward. When that stream hits Saturn's magnetic bubble, the bubble flexes, compresses, stretches, releases, like a muscle reacting. And when charged particles move and accelerate through magnetic fields, radio emissions can happen. Cassini had instruments built to sense that electrical environment. The audio we play is what happens when we take those emissions and translate them into something our ears can track. Here's the first reason the sound feels alive. It isn't stable. It warbles. It pulses. It rises and falls like something changing its mind. A clean tone would feel like a machine. This feels like an environment. And Saturn's environment is full of motion we don't see. Plasma, currents, regions where particles get trapped, then dumped, then trapped again. Think of invisible highways around the planet. Except the traffic is radiation, and the roads are magnetic field lines. Let's slow the picture down. A charged particle in a magnetic field doesn't move in a straight line the way a thrown rock does. It spirals, it loops, it follows the invisible geometry of the field. That means the space around Saturn is structured, not empty, structured, like there are rooms in space. Now imagine the solar wind as a steady shove. Sometimes it's gentle, sometimes it surges. When it surges, it pushes harder on Saturn's magnetic bubble. That changes which rooms light up with activity, and the voice changes with it. That's why the sound can suddenly jump. Not because Saturn decided anything, because conditions changed. Pressure changed. Particle density changed. Pathways opened and closed. invisible motion made audible. Here's a quick question. When we look at Saturn, what do we think is the real Saturn? The rings, the clouds, the colors. But Cassini is telling us something uncomfortable. A huge part of Saturn is outside the planet. Saturn includes the space around it. That's what a magnetosphere does. It expands a planet's presence into space. It creates a territory where the rules are Saturn's rules, not the Sun's. A boundary that can be pushed and deformed, but still behaves like a system. And Saturn's system is not alone inside its own territory. This is the second reason the sound feels complex. Saturn has moons and rings that shed material. Tiny particles, gases, dust. The kind of stuff that can become part of the charged environment. That means the space weather around Saturn isn't clean. It's fed. It's replenished. It's messy in the way real systems are messy. Think of it like a city. The magnetosphere is the city limits. The solar wind is the pressure outside the walls. And inside the city, there are currents and routes and traffic you can't see from orbit. Cassini's sound is like hearing that city at night. You can't see the people, but you know the place is alive. Now, let's address the feeling everyone gets. It sounds like a voice. The rational brain says, it's just radio. But the body doesn't care. The body hears a pattern that resembles intent. Rising tones, falling tones, pulses, gaps. And the human brain is addicted to meaning. So here's the honest way to hold it. Saturn isn't talking to us, but Saturn is doing something real. We are simply listening in a format our instincts respond to. That's the reason these recordings work so well as storytelling. Images keep Saturn distant. Audio brings Saturn close. It bypasses the "that's just a dot in the sky" part of the mind. It goes straight into the part of the brain that decides what is near, what is safe, and what is not. And that leads to the voidscape question that matters. If Saturn has a sound when its magnetic territory gets pushed by the Sun, then other worlds have sounds too. Different magnetic fields, different particle environments, different invisible weather, different voices. Which means the solar system is not silent. We are. We live inside a narrow strip of senses and call everything outside it nothing. Cassini didn't make Saturn eerie. Cassini made Saturn legible. So here's the last beat, and we'll keep it simple. If Saturn has a sound, what else is making noise out there that we've never bothered to translate? Tell us in the comments what Saturn's audio felt like the first time you heard it. Not what you think it is, what it felt like. And if you want more signals turned into something human, subscribe to Voidscape. We'll keep listening.